Hello and welcome. Hi, I'm Francis and welcome to another one of my streams. I'm excited because we hit 1,000 subscribers today on the YouTube channel here, despite me being flaky and not making an episode of how to start a Dungeon Synth project last week. So we are going to work on it on the stream today. And I have been extremely busy. I had to do a score for a video game, and I had to do a bunch of stuff for an album that's coming out really soon, an Old Man Wizard album. It is one of those things where there's so much work to be done that it will never be finished, and whatever is done by the time it's released is what is done. We'll have the first music video up on this channel probably on Friday. We'll have pre-orders for the album up really soon. It's a bigger production than what I usually do, so it's a lot. But today is Dungeon Synth Day. So let's dive into my Dungeon Synth project in its current state and have a look at it. Where's my scene for this? I should get a Stream Deck. I should get a Nintendo Switch also, but I should get a Stream Deck. Let's look at Reaper. Okay, so up here is the first song. Over here is the second song. Let's listen to pieces of it. So this one's not mixed as carefully. This first one has automation baked in, and I'll come back and do that with these other ones once I'm done with the whole album, which is probably going to be, 5 to 10 songs, depending on their length. Let's look at this next one. I remember liking this one a lot. Nice and simple piano and strings. Sort of nostalgia vibes. And the next one we have is over here, labeled Work on Me. So this is where we left off last week, and this is where we will return. Let's listen to this one and get a feel for where it's going. Right before I took on the project of doing some music for that game, which is called Growth, and it's a very Dungeon Synth game. I'll send you a link if you want one. Maybe I'll do a playthrough on the channel if I can borrow a VR setup. But anyway, this next one is what I was going to be working on last week before that jumped onto my plate. And as I recall, I was trying to come up with some kind of a percussive section, and the percussion on the Mellotron wasn't cutting it, so I think the first step today is going to be sound designing some percussion on the Mini Moog. But let's just listen to the concept and see how it feels when it gets to the work on me part. Oh, also, did you see my fur shirt? Fur. This is one of my favorite Dungeon Synth projects. Really, really ultra strongly recommend if you haven't listened to the Fur. Okay, let's see what happens. The concept is there, but it's really not very well defined. So I think what needs to happen is starting from scratch with synth drum instead of that sample. What does this sound like right now? Ooh, that's beefy. Okay. I wonder if we can see that thing if I switch to this scene. Kind of. That's not too bad. Maybe I'll move it around a little bit. Yeah, good enough. Okay. We're going to do turn the oscillators off. Turn noise on. Probably pink noise. Pink noise has more bass. What's up, Blood Freak? How's it going? Probably overdrive on. We're going to add filter modulation. And first of all, trying noise. A little bit more overdrive. Almost a little bit of a bass drum sound here. And the sustain level needs to be at 0. I'm adjusting the decay time now. And this is the resonance. No resonance is pretty extreme. Tons of resonance is no body. I'm also going to test some FM modulation. So adding a little bit there. What do we think of that? Blending that in. Oh, what's up, John? So this is a little bit more like washy, weird sound. This is actually modulating the filter envelope. I kind of like that more. What's up, Wyatt? Wyatt Tari there is the person I made a game with the other day. You know what? Since you're in here, why don't we put a link to that in the chat in case anyone wants to check it out. We'll dig that up. It's like the most Dungeon Synth game imaginable in here. We made that over the weekend. If you've got a VR setup, let me know if it's fun. So you'll notice out here, this sounds really different from this. And that's because I've got keyboard tracking on. Without keyboard tracking, the whole thing sounds the same. I think that's pretty good right there. In the context of what we're working on. So I'm going to jump back over to this mode. Hi, everyone. Hi again. Oh, Cultimus Dumicus. What's up? Go full blown summoning and make a war drum sound. That would be cool. I'm sticking to my limitations. I decided we're doing just reverb pedals, Mellotron, and Mini Moog. And we aren't going to be able to have like a full-on war drum sound. We could get kind of close, like this running through like a big reverb might sound cool. I'll do like a quick test on that, see what it would sound like with like a chamber or something. I'll come back and do this with hardware. But for now, just to see what this sounds like, we will load software. Oh, rad. Wyatt Tari, you're going to work on a trailer. Let me know if you want me to cut together some music to the trailer. I could turn the game music and some of the sound effects and stuff into like more like trailer style. If you think that would fit. Let's see this. Dry wet needs to be. Kind of cool. Good enough for me. Cool. Yeah, John says if I set the echoes the right way on the Strymon, I could get close. I think you're right. I probably could. For now, I'm pulling the reverb off, though, just to record it. I don't trust myself to play in time when I have a lot of effects on stuff. But I do trust myself to effectively delete things that I started working on in hopes that I'll come up with something cooler. Let's get some click track on here. And I think for this, what we're going to have to do is layer the drums, since I'm doing it with synths. And this drum has to be kind of accents. And what key am I in? I don't remember. D minor-ish. Okay. And I think something like that. That'll probably work. And in this, we'll just make a loop out of it. What do we have here? Something like that should be fine. And I think we'll start layering other stuff. And let's go ahead and check these other percussion instruments to see if any of them can work. I guess I should probably... Which one of these do we have? I think I'm going to add that gong and come back with the strings later. Let's see. I'll include this drum too, and hope that it sounds cool in context. I can't play in time. This click track needs to be louder for me. Give me more click. Click's not coming through for you all. I'm saving you the trouble of that. What do you got there? Some Roland synth. I don't do a lot of Roland stuff. What's your favorite Roland? I don't have any Rolands or any Roland Sims as far as I know. What do they make? Does Roland make Juno or Jupiter? Or is that something else? I'm trying to think of who makes that synth. And John says, you don't think I need the drums there? Transition into them? I've got a transition in mind. I think this is sort of where the drums do come in my head. And I hope that it sounds like they do in context once it's all put together. I guess the thinking is there's going to be more stuff here. Some kind of a... I almost imagine like a strummed instrument. I'm thinking that I might, if I do cheat on this, I might do like a strummed guitar or a guitar family instrument. We'll see. I'm trying not to cheat. And oh no, I don't do this doesn't do a keyboard split. None of these do keyboard split except for this one, which is off limits because we're not using plugins for this project. We're using only hardware. Actually, only two hardwares. I'm not even using this one. Just using Mellotron and Moog. And yeah, they make Juno and Jupiter and Very Orang. Did you hear Orang's new song today? I like it. I think it's cool. Okay, let's go for this. I like that symbol. I'll try throwing that in somewhere else. Do another take. No. Okay. That will be the percussion loop for now. We are going to hope that it sounds cool with instruments added to it. For now, I'm going to slice it in both these points here and duplicate it a couple times. And I think that if I just extend these a little bit, ooh, that might not work properly. Something like that might be cool, maybe. No, let's go the other way. Something like that. Okay, cool. And now we can hear what it sounds like with the string part, which I don't think I'm going to keep. Needs other stuff too, which I expected. And we got, what do you got? Cultimus Dumicus says, since you're using hardware, do you have any thoughts on Akai MPK Mini? I think I used to have one of those. Let me just double check and make sure it's what I'm thinking of. Akai MPK Mini. Akai MPK Mini. Yeah, I did have one of these. Oh my God, John, Mellotron Choir would be cool over that to bring in, yeah, an extra layer. So Cultimus Dumicus, this is it's good. It's not something that I would personally use because I like bigger keys and stuff. These are I think the big thing with these is you can kind of tell in this picture how small it is. It's good because it's so portable, I think. It's not my first choice at all for something that's staying in your house. But I would consider buying one again if I were in a position where I was flying a lot for work or something like that. And using it to control stuff on a laptop. It doesn't have any sounds of its own built in. It's just a controller for software instruments. And at the end of the day, it's pretty good. It's pretty good for what it is, but it's more suited for portable beat making, I think. Like if you're making stuff remotely on a laptop and you're taking it with you places. It's got really good. The pads feel great. If you're doing percussion sounds with the pads on it. The keyboard feels like shit. But you're not going, in that price range, you're not going to get a keyboard that feels great. So I would say that like for a shitty keyboard, it's fine. But it is, at the end of the day, not a very nice keyboard to play on. But if you're not a keyboard player and you're just using it to control sounds and you're playing like one melody at a time and making layers, it's fine. You don't need a good keyboard for that. So that's my take on it. One of the like good functional controllers in its price range. But the big thing, especially if it's your first time going into it, is to know that it doesn't have any sounds. So if you're looking for hardware to take to a show and have sounds, you'd have to take your computer with you too. Okay, let's go in here and see if I can come up with something to do. I'm going to have to browse sounds. I'll find some kind of a plucked sound that might work. This is kind of cool, actually, for this. Let's... what did this sound like? We're gonna turn down the drums. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I can't hear any of it. And the strings are bothering me too. I think we're going to start from scratch with that percussion loop as a background thing. I think I'm going to do something like that. Let's try some type of a plucked riff. Okay. I love it when you make a riff, improvise, and it's fun, and it's like kind of what you were hoping for. I like this a lot, and I'm going to use it. I think we need another layer on top of that. The strings, I was hoping for the strings to have a more aggressive attack, I think. And we don't really get that sound out of the Mellotron. So I guess what we'll have to do is hope that we can find something sort of similar. And I'm imagining kind of like the sharp king, like I don't know, sharp strings. I don't know what else to say. Let's see. That kind of a thing, but I want it to like drop in volume really fast. Gosh, I forgot to turn my phone on. Do not disturb. No buzzing for my videos, please. Thank you. Okay, let's see if what string sounds we've got in here. I guess we could also... I could just aggressively pull the volume back to create that sound artificially. I don't think it's going to work. This is close. Oh, Cultimus says, I'm currently not using a keyboard, just making lines with mouse and various synth plugins in Reaper. So I would say if you enjoy that, oh, John, your message is held for review. What do we got here? Oh, I think it thinks you're trying to sell something, which you might be. Oh, I guess you're not. Show. But yeah, it's blocking your comment. I'm gonna allow it. Cool. Yeah. Colt, meet John. John's cool. Dungeon Synth person. And yeah, if you enjoy doing it with a without a MIDI controller, you don't really need one. But yeah. If you want to use a MIDI controller, it's fun to try. I think it's kind of a slippery slope. The second you get one, you start running into new things you want to buy, new things you want to purchase. Before you know it, you've spent a bunch of money on crap like I did. But it's a fun journey, I think. Hey, Camilla. Thanks. I'm stoked that we got here. It's been this is like about a year, right? I mean, I've had this channel since I started a Google account a million years ago, but I started uploading regularly about a year ago, I think. So it's nice to see it, that it's grown to this point. This is amazing. I'm stoked. I'm glad people actually watch my stuff. This is fun. And anyway. I think this is close to what I want, sort of a sharper transient string attack. I'm going to see if one of the solo strings has closer to what I want. Ooh, maybe. No, not pizzicato. Funny enough, this accordion is sort of doing what I want it to do. The accordion sound here. Pirate synth wham. That's kind of fun. And John, just free USB controller. That's awesome. I appreciate that. I like it when people give away gear. And Waiatari, downsize to a nano key. Very small. How do you make this small text? I want to make small text. Maybe this. I think I liked the accordion more. Going back to it. We can always add more layers if we need to. Combination of strings and accordion here. Shades of Fair on that accordion, yeah. Isn't that Renaissance Fair up by you happening soon? Oh, you just Googled text generator. That's cool. I didn't know that worked in like YouTube comments. I thought it like homogenized the font or something. That's amazing. I need to make all my text in like calligraphy now. Okay, let's try this. What were the chords though? D minor, C. I don't think we're gonna do this. I don't think we're gonna do this. Let's just try to get that rhythm stuff going with maybe we'll find like a tambourine or something. Maybe I'll cheat and use an acoustic guitar. We'll see. But I do like this sound, and I'm gonna go back to the. Do brass and strings. We're doing brass and strings. Tried and tested. It'll sound fine. We'll add another part. I can't hear this at all because it's at minus 16 decibels. Let's just repair that. Come back up to a reasonable volume. Maybe come down a little bit more. That's kind of cool. Okay, we're running with it. I kind of like having a little bit more motion. We're gonna do a take that third down to a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Maybe have the fourth. Something like that, maybe. Let's hear it. I need to hear that without the click. I've got a really loud click track in my head, so this is going to be the same as what you just heard. Percy a meteor shower this weekend. That sounds better than a Renaissance Fair. That Renaissance Fair is pretty fun though, and I never pick up when Jack Sparrow calls. What else do we got here? Cultimus. Oh, currently have a room full of amps. I've been there too, and there are not amplifiers right over there. There's lots of them. I've got a bunch of amps. I've sold off a lot of them, but I still have tons left. And Shoddy, hey, what's up? This makes me cry in a good way, like a haunted house. Shoddy has seen the room full of amps. And he knows exactly what's on the other side of this monitor, this camera here. Walls of amps and organs and stuff. Let's see if this sounds cool coming from here. I think I don't want it to have that fourth in there. We're gonna add in temp reverb again. Both of these. It's kind of cool. I could live with it. I think I do want to redo this with a little bit less movement though. Let's. Oh, this is not armed anymore, is it? Let's do that. This will need a big fat melody over the top of it. That one I think will work. Let's just ditch that here and here. Maybe we'll do a little bit of audio editing on this, but for now I just want it to last for a long time so we can try a couple of the ideas from the chat. John suggested adding a choir, which we'll do on this flute track. Oh my god, that's loud. Oh. Why is that so loud? Oh, it's because the item's loud. Okay, don't make your tracks all on the same project. Because this happens, but we'll live. Okay, let's go. Let's go. On the second repeat was the suggestion from John, so we're gonna do that. lot of movement. That would have been cooler with that reverb, huh? It was a good take, though. It would have been cooler with the reverb. We're redoing it. Cool. Welcome. My heart burns for that choir, good sounding choir. John and Mugdrude. After my own heart. This is like one of the best choirs. There's a few choirs on this that are like unbelievable. This is one of the cool ones. This is 4-voice male choir on Mellotron. The children's choir is really good too. The cool thing about the male choir is that like these samples were recorded in like the 60s, so like an adult choir would probably be like, they're probably all dead now, so it's like a ghost choir. It's pretty fucking metal. With that much reverb, it can be really helpful to give it sort of a natural fade out like that when the reverb's baked in, because otherwise you end up having to work around problems that are caused by it. Excuse me. Cool. Male choir, back to old Disney magic. Yeah, you know, it does have that sort of Disney vibe to it, huh? The recording a choir to tape, and with the performance practice and the stylistic choices that were common in the 1960s, 1950s, 1960s, using samples that are recorded from that era gives them a very interesting magical feel. And I think the strings sort of have a similar feel too. Like if I take these strings and run them through like cathedral reverb, let me just show you what that sounds like. It sort of has that same type of Disney magic, like washed out tape strings. Just beautiful sounds. I love them. Okay, let's just see how this feels now. The strings. This is Mellotron 16 violin. This is probably like I would actually say there's a good argument that without that particular sample set in the instrument, this wouldn't exist. Like the idea of having a digital Mellotron or a digital recreation of this bizarre 1960s instrument. That string library is like you know, In the Court of the Crimson King, stuff like that. Like, it's just one of the most famous string libraries ever made. And it's beautiful. Just whatever they did in that studio to record them that way. 16 violins on each note. So it's like, one of the things to think about there is that 16 violins on every note means that, like, if I play a big chord, like something with 6 notes, that's like 6 times 16. That's like a shitload of violins. Adding 16 more. And it's all washed out through tape and going through the whatever preamps are in here. Yeah, it's just like way more violins than anyone should reasonably have. Hollywood. Can Mellotron cut the crap and make a guitar? They have a rack mount. You could just use a wireless unit and power your rack mount with one of those like wireless like Bluetooth MIDI dongles. But yeah, if they designed it, it would look cool. Just like a Mellotron on the strap, like the full size one where you're just like hauling it around like it's a big kettle drum. That'd be so funny. Okay, let me just hear this from the beginning without the click track. You look like the Bee Gees, John. This just needs another layer. I feel like this needs like Pink Floyd brass. Let's do that. Let's try doing Pink Floyd brass. See if I can create that patch from like feel and memory. This needs to be brass. I'm gonna call it analog brass. I think of it as Pink Floyd brass. Input mono 8. And that should be this. Hopefully it works. Yeah, back to that. Like a bug attacking me right now. No, I don't. I don't know if any of you ever like feel a bug bite you, but yeah, I do sometimes, and I just thought I did, but it was my pants being itchy. Okay. Pink Floyd brass. That's gonna be 1 sawtooth. Let me just actually look at the synth here. Is this cooler? Should we do that? That's actually cooler, yeah. That's cooler than my close-up synth. This could be a close-up synth, actually. What if I zoomed in here? I'm not going to do that. That's a lot of work. Okay, let's do this. And you know what I think we can do? Oh, Floyd scooped the mids. You know, that's a good question. They might have done some stuff in post-processing and EQ, but it's really like a lot of it's just a mini Moog like this. They might have used this one sometimes. But with they really used this a lot, essentially. And shit. Let's just unplug some stuff real quick. I'm going to turn the record arm off, and we're going to plug the Moog into that. Nice and painless. Oh God, my chair. Okay, so we need to change our input because this is now running through those pedals. Stereo, what is it, 7, 8? And I'm also going to turn the synth down in case the signal's too hot. Something like that is closer to what Pink Floyd does. In the context of the mix, you'll hear this right away. It's really cool. Okay, let's hear this. It's kind of cool. I like it. It's not running as hot as I thought it was. And, well, it's probably fine. Let's go for it. Let's try again. Maybe like a... Let's turn that track down too. Well, for the recording, it's kind of helpful to have it loud. Okay, I think that works. Let's hear that again in context. I need to hear it again without the click just to make sure. That entrance is a little bit weird, right? And it's hard to mix with the headphones. It's just really loud, huh? Atari says, love the vibratoing. Yeah, That's getting really loud. It's like hard to think over it. Me and this dude locally here have been trying to fix this damn thing for like a month now. One of the pots is just so hard to find, and the pitch wheel doesn't work. Let me just show you what I'm talking about here. And we just can't find the right pot for it. It's just like really weird and it's frustrating because, yeah. Vibrato's great. But I probably fucked the pitch wheel up because I like doing vibrato on these things with the pitch wheel. Just being really, really kind of aggressive with it. And I'm sure that's what caused the problem, but lots of good recordings were made. Actually, song coming out on Friday, I think, that I worked on, or that I wrote and recorded and produced and sang on and played guitar and Minimoog and Mellotron on, the Minimoog is just so subtle in it, but there's like a ripping I doubled like the guitar leads with the Minimoog, and it's just like, oh god, this is the coolest guitar tone ever, but it's guitar with a Minimoog supporting it. John, I wasn't thinking of cutting the entrance. I was thinking it might need like maybe a percussion thing adding to it. Like something right in there, doubling that. Just something like that. We'll see. But anyway, I was here, I think. I want to listen to this. Less choir, please. I'm like thinking about this and thinking that it might be cool to do like this damn thing's off now. We're done with the mode for now. Unplugging. Always turn your inputs off before you unplug stuff, otherwise you get weird noises. I think I might try to do like have that keyboard take over right where the Moog cuts out. Let's just see how that feels. And have this. The wrong one. Which one is it? It's this one, Plex. Okay. I was thinking this might be a cool thing to take over. And that would involve record arming that instead. That's the wrong one. We're going to just draw an automation line in the volume here. Sort of a lazy way into a solo volume. I'll turn it up too much just so maybe not. With this, though, maybe if it has all the effects. Let's see how that feels. Okay, we need pre-roll. That's the wrong one. Did I just mess everything up? Yeah. That would have been funny. Where's my pre-roll? Okay. 3 big drums, then a crash. Yeah, I think that's the answer, John. the end. Jesus Christ. Okay. That felt, you know, I'm fine with it, actually. Let's just see where that entrance is. Maybe we can make that entrance line up proper. Yeah, kind of got a Western fantasy vibe. It reminds me of Ennio Morricone in like a weird way. Like in an I don't like it as much, but it still sounds cool kind of way. Especially with that fire. I think what we're gonna do to is to get rid of the percussion at the end. I think this is gonna sound cool, having it just like that should be the choir, not the strings. Will this be a disaster? Demon cowboy in space, yeah, well. That echoes a bit much. We're leaving it. I like it. I think that actually ends kind of nicely. Feels good. I think that solves the issue. Maybe we'll add another gong here. I always forget where the gong is. Oh, it's in the tubular bells library. It's the low F. Percussion. Let's take the echoes off. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. Where's that transient? I'm gonna edit this. Cheat. Let's hear that. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so this whole song now is, let's just measure the length of it. Oh, it's more than 3 minutes. I was worried it was too short, and that's actually not terribly short at all. It's fine. Let's just do that. Okay, and from the beginning, do we want any additional support at the beginning? Listening from the beginning now. I'm going to turn my microphone off. Okay, I'm pretty happy with it. In the context of this project, it's quirky. It's kind of fun. It's like the fast song on an otherwise sort of dreary, creepy album. I think it's nice to have that kind of a dynamic to it. I'm not disappointed, and it's not an EP, so it's just going to be one track out of this is 4 so far, and I mean, I think it's probably going to end up being like an 8-track album, something like that. So having one weird track doesn't bother me at all. Demon Cowboy in Dark Tower Space Western Fantasy vibe. Let's leave it and let's move on and prepare the next song. And hopefully I will have time to make another episode of how to start a Dungeon Synth project this week. Like I said, I have an essentially infinite amount of work to do on this Old Man Was release, and any other work that I'm taking on and stuff that I'm doing is basically just me procrastinating on that. But anyway, there will be a music video up this week for that. So there will definitely be a new video on the channel, but it's not going to be what anyone's expecting because it's just, you know, me and my friends playing music. John's the best, an Odyssey in 8 parts. That can be the next song in here. Let's go ahead and throw in a marker and say that's done. Go into, I'll just copy paste it. John's the best, an Odyssey in 8 parts. Cool. There it is. Next song. Let's do a new tempo. Give me a tempo. Someone tell me a tempo in the chat. I'll start messing around with ideas while I wait for a tempo. We haven't done a bassoon song yet. Wonderful. 95 BPM. Okay, 95 it is. Total dirge. I'll use this one. I'm just being really lazy with this channel setting. My goal is to not go beyond in the bottom here. I don't want to go beyond 8 channels because I have 8 channels on my mixer, and I want to do the mixes on this like as though it's an analog style, just for the sake of the series that I'm working on. I also kind of like that I'm doing some of this on live streams because I think How to Start a Dungeon Synth Project, the first series, is like, this is going to be great. And then it's like, oh my God, there's all this music to write. And I don't think everyone wants to watch that part because at the end of the day, if you're making a Dungeon Synth project, I hope you're writing your own music. And I think it can be helpful, but I would rather have a lot of the music writing on live stream. So let's just see what this feels like to record at this speed. I'm going to start recording bassoon. And we ended on a D minor there. I like to think about the key change between 2 songs on an album. So if the next song's in D minor again, that will sound like it's part of the same thing. But it also might be kind of boring. Might not have a clear separation between this song and the previous one. So sometimes starting the next song like in a related key, if you look at the circle of fifths, we could do like A minor. Or we could do, I don't know, G minor. Or we could do something a little bit more spicy. Like we've been going between the D and the C and the B flat for a while. So if we did like a B flat minor, that would be kind of like a James Bond thing. You hear in the James Bond movies a lot. Like if we like ended here in the scene in a James Bond movie, the scene would end like this. And John Barry is one of my favorites. So I steal stuff from John Barry a lot. You'll hear stuff like this too in my music, and it's like I try to hide it a little bit, but it's hard to hide John Barry. It's hard to hide Ennio Morricone. It's hard to hide Igor Stravinsky. A bunch of my favorite composers all have their own like little things that they do. Another one that I steal a lot is that one. I don't know who to associate that with. It's not enough of a weird chord change to associate with anyone specific. Michael Ackerfeld uses that a lot in Opeth, in some of his other projects. It's in an anime intro that I like from Nana. If any of you have seen that, one of the intros in like I think second season of that has that chord change in it, and it's like, oh yes, like every Old Man Wizard song, every King Gorm song, it's in all my music. But yeah, so C sharp major maybe would be a cool key for this next song. With this. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay, time to record that at 95 BPM. That key I'm tapping here, in case anyone's wondering what that click is my metronome is keyed to my enter key on the bottom right. That's not default Reaper, and I recommend doing something like that if you use metronomes or anything like that a lot. Okay, here we go. I didn't know you lived in Japan, John. And I haven't seen the movie. I really want to. That show is incredible. So I assume that the manga is good. I assume that the movie is good. Okay. This is not going to work. Okay. No. It's on track, but I think it's too washy. Like, really washed out sounding. I'm gonna pull some of the reverb out. And try again. It's better. Kind of. Oh my fucking god. Slipping fingers all over this keyboard. We're going to get it on this next take. And to prove it, we're going to switch to overhead view. Oh, Control R doesn't record when I'm in OBS. Okay. Okay, irregular phrase length. I love it. That's the new loop. AKMV18 says, I'm imagining a hurdy-gurdy drone in the back of it filling the silence. I love that idea. This actually sounds kind of like a hurdy-gurdy. Huh. In a weird way. A little bit. This is... I keep almost clicking on this scene. So I'm going to mark the beginning of this, and this is going to be where our loop point is. Let's get a feel for where the chord changes happen. I want to mark them in because they're kind of weird. This is a C sharp, let's call that. And this is going to be let's call it a D flat, actually. And this is going to be a C. Same deal here. B flat to C. I guess I should call it C minor. Otherwise, I'll come back to this and be like, what the hell's going on? This isn't a C. Pro tip, delete your C to type a C. This is B flat major. And this is B flat minor. And then it lasts longer, that's right. Okay, that's cool. I like it. That's a good starting point for a song. We aren't going to go for much longer tonight. It's getting late. It's time to work on Old Man Wizard again. But I'll try to get another video of this done for Saturday and come back to stream some more next week. Maybe work on this a little bit more for now. But let's see here. What's going on in the chat? Killer idea. You thought it was a hurdy-gurdy at first. Yeah, I didn't realize how similar a bassoon sounds to a hurdy-gurdy. It's weird, but it does sound kind of like that. Furfur made a great hurdy-gurdy patch. I was unaware of that. I love Furfur, as you can see here. Furfur is usually synthesizers, so not samples. I'm not sure in what context that hurdy-gurdy patch exists, but I know that Furfur's recordings are all synthesized sounds. That's like the project. The person that does that project creates, uses different names for projects that aren't that, as far as I know. I might be wrong about that, but I think Furfur is like the limitation is this is going to be synthesized sounds, whether it's FM or subtractive or what. And contact player, yeah, made it on a hard synth. Yeah, that checks out with my knowledge of Furfur. I do have a friend of a friend is like a good hurdy-gurdy player, and I think I might be able to get her to record some stuff. Maybe I could like seek that person out and see how much she would charge to just record every note on the instrument, and we could make a library. Maybe that would be I think she lives in like Wisconsin now. It's too far away to like bring her over for a video, but there is a hurdy-gurdy player in my orbit somewhere, even if I don't know her personally. And yeah, I don't even know what Furfur's using right now, but their setup is like out of control at this point. Really, really cool stuff. Strongly recommend. Anyway, what would this, maybe like a bass synth here. Where is synth? Would that sound cool? Oh yeah. Really low bass. That reverb might not be in the final version, but for now we'll record with it and see what happens. I think that sounds beautiful, personally. And perhaps it would do nicely with something else, like this, I think would be beautiful with it. Let me just try getting this in. I know I said I was about to end the stream, but I had an idea, and I love it. So yeah, that's something like that's on a pluck. Hey, Leshy of the Woods. Hey, man, you inspired me to make a Dungeon Synth intro for my one-man black metal project. That's awesome. That's cool. Is this account attached to that project, Leshy of the Woods? Would I be able to find it? I love looking up stuff when people come into the chat and tell me that they got inspired. So yeah, if that's not the name of your project, why don't you post that? Or if it's not out yet, then, or if you don't want to be public about it, feel free to like DM me or something on the internet. I would love to hear it though. And AKMV18 says, love the percussion. Scalar mode feels dark and atmospheric. Yeah, it's this is like a kind of, I guess, it feels like Lydian. But when I'm using Lydian and you drop it down a half step to a minor chord, feels really good. Oh, you haven't released it yet. Okay, cool. Well, drop by the channel so when you finish it and put a link to it in the comments of like whatever video you want. I pretty much see all those comments, so I would love to hear it. Thanks for coming by and letting me know. Yeah. Okay. Before I end the stream, though, we're gonna try adding some stuff to this. Yeah, I use this. You'll notice that I use progressions like that a lot with the sort of Lydian sharp 4-note. Okay. Oh, god damn it. I've been playing too much Genshin Impact. This melody I was imagining is just the intro music to Genshin Impact. In the process of making it, when I release it, link the comments of one of your videos. Yeah, I would love that. Come by and put it in the comments of whatever video you want. I will check it out when it's done. Okay, we're going to record some ideas here with this just so I have it and come back to it at a later date. This is the last thing for the stream, I promise. 1, 2, 3. No, no. Okay. And what I like to do is when I'm working on a project, I like to leave my last idea there. And I think what we're going to do is say, you know what? I don't use this option enough. In Reaper, you have in your project settings, you've got the option to put notes and show on project load. So next time I open the project, it'll show up and it'll remind me where I was. Plux on the John's the best song. Explore ideas and record parts. That's what I was doing last time, and show on project load, click OK, and now that shows up next time I open the project. Delightful. Thanks a lot for coming by, everyone. I'm getting thirsty. I only poured myself 1 glass of water. I usually do 2, so I am ready to go not be sweaty in my hot room and open the windows and turn on my fan, make some noise again. I always try to keep it pretty quiet for these videos. But anyway, thanks so much for coming by, everyone. I really appreciate the support. And again, like, channel hit 1K today, which is fucking awesome. Thank you so much. And let me know in comments of videos what kind of stuff you'd like to see. I'm not married to any of these ideas other than the stuff that's related to original music. So, I mean, I make stuff like this. I make soundtracks for games and movies and stuff like that. I play in rock bands sometimes. I've got an album coming out that's coming out in November. I'm going to start posting a lot of content promoting that. So apologies in advance if you don't like the music, but that's what I'm going to be focused on for a little bit. But anything else that people like seeing that's related to things that I do or that I'm capable of, I'm happy to make videos about. I make this stuff because other people wanted to see it. That's why I started doing it. People asked me to. So it's nice to see even more people showing up. I'd be happy doing this with the camera off, and I want to make sure that the stuff that I am filming, because I obviously do tons of stuff that I don't film, I want to make sure the stuff that I'm filming is the stuff people want to see that are following the channel. So give me your input. Anyway, it's been fun, and I'll see you next Tuesday on my stream. Have a great night.